Welcome everyone. I am working on organizing my US General Series 3 in slate gray 72-inch toolbox, and I have the hutch. And definitely check out my other videos because I'm working on some neat tool organizers like the one you see here for the T-handles. And I have a new one. This one right here is a small countertop screwdriver holder. It has a side for slotted and a side for Phillips. And 4 parts, not very many screws and nuts there. But what I'm going to do is, and my plan is, after emptying out this drawer, is to get my 4 most used screwdrivers up onto the countertop. And they're probably going to go next to those T-handles there. Organization like that, that's up to anybody. But what's really neat, and I want you to stay tuned, is I'll show you how to put this together. Now this is from Turtle Labs. They are an eBay seller, and it's called Turtle Laboratories, and they sell these T-handles. That's in another video, putting that together. And this is going to be nut drivers storage, very similar to this. And I'm going to put this together, show you my little tips and tricks, because they come with 0 instructions. I'm just going by pictures, and this isn't a goal to get this drawer freed up and more organized. And my other videos, I did this whole entire drawer of organizing it for all my sockets. So definitely dig through some other videos on the channel and hit that like and subscribe button right now. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to get this put together. I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I learned from putting the T-handle one together that can be used on this. And we'll see how it looks once it's all loaded up. So stay tuned for the rest of that. It said 0 instructions. So let me put this together and I'll show you a little tip and trick on it. Alright, thanks for making it this far. So here's my, no instructions came with it, so here's my first tips and trick. Of course, this is upside down, so you can decide if you want to do the slotted and the Phillips on left or right side. Doesn't matter. What does matter is when you're assembling it, you put the bottom plate the right orientation. So like that would be wrong, so that would be better. So I got these screws tight through here on all 4 corners, and they match these 4 corners. And then these are going to be the holes that match the upright part for it. So you have that's the upright part back there. This is the base. So it's kind of like a big U bracket. Also, I wanted to say that Turtle Labs sells these if you want to wall mount them. So you don't actually have to use this bottom plate. You could just screw that plate right to a wall, or find a way to magnetize it or hook it to the wall somehow, at any height on any type of wall, really. So you can actually buy them a little cheaper without the base plate. So now that I have these through, and I've set these down a little bit, and I've also, as you can see, a little blue Loctite on them. Not necessary probably, but so as you see, that sits on there. Now this is really simple. This is just a little 3/8-inch wrench, and for the heads of the bolts, which I needed to do the bottom here, it's just a little 1/8-inch Allen. It doesn't come with any of those tools, but you're putting a tool thing together, so you'll probably have them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the nuts on here, and I'm just going to make them flush. Just flush. I need this one. I'm going to have to go a little bit lower on the bottom of this one. I'll do that off camera. And then with them being flush, that's going to give me a nice and level surface. Then I'm going to flip it over and tighten the top ones down and pinch this plate. So, and then that'll be it. And I'll show you put together with some screwdrivers in it here next. So I found my first defect. As I'm putting the screwdriver thing together here, these are my Phillips. They have just round holes. 4 main sizes that you would need, and they fit in here. However, this hole with its corresponding matching screwdriver does not fit. It fits in the one smaller, which is where the small one will go. Of course, it fits in the bigger one, and the bigger one fits in there, and this would be the perfect match. I don't know. That's a round hole for a square tool. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make a little mess on my countertop here, and it won't even fit. Yeah, it just fits this screwdriver bit in. So I'm hoping to take this and just pull it a little to the side, each side over. But I also have to do it on the bottom down here. So, and if I can't do that going through here, then I'm going to have to disassemble this. And then I'm not going to have fresh powder coat on there either. It's just going to be raw steel, which shouldn't be a big deal. If it is, I'll put a little Rust-Oleum on it, which is actually what I'll probably do. I'll probably just spray some Rust-Oleum on a Q-tip and dap the sides of the raw metal black, and you'll never know. It's a tool thing. It's going to get scratched to death anyways. So it's kind of a bummer that it's not put together. Hopefully somebody from Turtle Labs sees that. Maybe quality control missed that. I don't know. No big deal at all. But, you know, while I'm talking about defects, this is right at my dang forehead height. And as you can see, I put a little piece of rubber. If somebody makes wheel extenders, so I can go like an inch, 2-3 inches between the wheels and the box. I jack the box up, put a spacer on to hold all this weight. I know it's going to be monstrous, but man, this box just needs to be a little bit higher for almost everybody, because I'm only about 5'10", and I hit my head on it constantly, which is the reason, let's just focus here, for this rubber trim. So stay tuned. Let me drill this out. All right, got that hole fixed. So now it fits in there. My 4 most used Phillips flathead. Now, as you can see, nice and accessible. I don't know if that's where I'm going to keep it, because I still have to put together, which is going to be in another video, is that. That is the nut driver set. So stay tuned.